Hello, my name's Greg Burgoyne. I'm Programme Director for the School of Fine Art and Photography at University for the Creative Arts at Farnham. I'm here to tell you a little bit about our BA Fine Art course. We also have an MA Fine Art course as well. The BA Fine Art course is a course very much with an ethos for interdisciplinarity. So students arrive very much to engage in a broad spectrum of disciplines within fine art. So this could be everything from painting, sculpture, performance, installation, film, photography, printmaking, and so on. Students are very much engaged in a course that's key aspects are that it's student orientated. It's very much led and devised by what students bring to the course. It's their course. Everything from visiting artists to running black box are things that are programmed with the support and in conjunction with the students. The course starts very much with looking at students' ideas, the ideas and interests they have, because if we work with those interests, those curiosities that students have, then ultimately they'll make the best work they can make because they're driven by something that interests them from the start. Students cover the course in 3 years. It's taught over 3 days per week with 2 days as studio workshop days, which are self-directed. We have resource-specific areas for fine art, everything from the second in the country bronze casting foundry to printmaking, covering all aspects of print from digital to hand-based printmaking, such as lino, lithography, and so on. Also, we have 3D printing, bookbinding, we have laser cutting, wood workshops, metal workshops, and access to ceramics, glass, and so on. Students arrive on day one and are given a studio space which they keep. That can obviously change according to the nature of their work and the ideas that support that. The opportunities on the course are rich in terms of we encourage students very much to engage in networks and getting their work out there. We support them to do that in each stage of the course with at least 2 external shows, as well as which are often in London and the South East. That also includes shows that they'll do within the institution and beyond, which we'll encourage them to apply for. The course is very much delivered with an ethos to engage in theory as well. The theoretical aspect is something that's delivered by artists to art students, because we strongly believe that it's about how you apply ideas, not necessarily kind of the means to actually convey them, but actually kind of use them, exploit them in enriching and evolving your work and practice. Opportunities in the course also include foreign study and work placements in year 2. We take study trips both in Europe and in the UK every year. These can include everything from, say, Berlin, the Venice Biennale, Paris, Holland, Amsterdam, Haarlem, and also UK visits to the Liverpool Biennial, for example, Glasgow International, and so on and so forth. The student success rate is 93%, which is excellent in our mind. Within 6 months, students are in careers, are in studios, are in forms of progression such as MAs, and employment, which ranges from curation to technical staff in galleries and museums, critics, writing, for example in Art Monthly, and so on, and also working within design and other areas of collaborative nature within the arts. Many of our students who begin in one practice tend to evolve into a kind of broad range of practices, which we feel is indicative of the nature of contemporary art practice outside and in and around the world that we see today. All the staff are practicing professional artists with broad research profiles, both in the UK and internationally. The shows that students make evolve around projects within the studio. It's very much a non-hierarchical ethos we have to the course. So we have crit shows which involve students presenting the work collectively with first and second and third year students, so that there's a sense of community, which is very important that we cherish in the course. In fact, the aspect of community is one of the great things that I see in our course. Being as it is, it's a small town near London, but it's very close to London, and that creates a wonderful synergy between the students and, in the broader sense, within a completely focused arts university. The students and staff engage in dialogues. As there are no hierarchies, it's much about how we're surprised and engaged and enriched by their presence and ideas as we can enrich and support theirs and stretch them also. If you've any questions and you'd like to discuss this more, I'm happy to take any emails and further conversations. My email is gburgoyne@ucreative.ac.uk. You can see the students' work on UCA Farnham Arts, their Instagram, and you can see the range of work that they're making and the ongoing shows and presentations and artist talks which we have on a regular basis. This year alone we have had people such as David Blandy, George Baseman, Rachel Cobbs, and so on and so forth. We also run a project space called Black Box. Black Box is a curatorial project which engages artists nationally from an open submission. Students from each year are selected by their peers to be on that panel to select and run that space. That's a very exciting project that has had artists everything from Gavin Turk, Martin Creed, Simon Armitage, and so on and so forth to engage in that space. These involve shows varying from performance to installation to print and so on. Again, if you want to look at these, many of these projects are on the Black Box website, which you can see the details from if you look at the Instagram site as well. That's UCA Farnham Art. Again, if you want to contact me and discuss anything that I've mentioned in greater detail, I'm very happy to hear from you.